Mr. Jelinek did his usual and he charged our 3 Mexican tourists $32 for a 2-mile trip. His buddy in the white car charged us $20 for a 3-mile trip. Guy in the old silver Mercedes asked for $40 for a 5-mile trip, but a new record was set by this guy in a silver Audi. He charged our friend $50 for a 2-mile ride. Our friend Rick described the story.
I took the Audi A6, the silver one, from Paziska to Novi Smitsov. He dropped me off at the bus station and I had to pay 1,160 crowns. I asked him for a receipt. He said that he had no paper in the taxi, so he couldn't print it out for me.
But that's not the only thing I want to talk about today.
So basically, the number one scam on the list is the no-meter taxi scam, where basically you're gonna arrive in the city, and the taxis that will take you, they will not put on the meter, or they will say that the meter doesn't work, and they will try to charge you a flat fee. Now that fee is probably gonna be like 5 times, up to 10 times. The regular price that it would cost if he had used the meter. So I think it's the most common scam, and most of us have been had at least once. So the no meter taxi scam.
We noticed another interesting thing. While
And here's an example of the no meter taxi scam in Manila in the Philippines. This girl just arrived at Ninoy Aquino Airport, and she's gonna get into one of these white taxis that are waiting at arrivals, and the taxi driver will try to rip her off, try to make her pay like twice or 3 times the regular amount. Instead of putting on the meter, and he or she will try to will be very honest and candid about the fact that the taxis are there to rip people off, and they're looking for tourists, and he or she told the girl, look, don't come over here and take a taxi, okay? Because we're here to rip people off. That's basically what he or she said.
Hello po, magandang umaga po.
Oh, you speak Tagalog. Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning. Kumusta kang traffic ng Skyway?
Sa Skyway, at least medyo okay.
Sige na, sa Skyway lang.
Sa Skyway na lang.
Yeah, salamat.
You want me to teach you a Tagalog word?
Sige, let's go.
But that's $1 per word.
$1? You have to start the meter.
Yes.
Yeah, start the meter, kuya.
How about ate 500?
No, I'm not gonna do this with you.
Okay, ate. I'll transfer you to other taxi, ate. We've been there for almost
You're
2
not
hours.
fixed at Rockwell. I know that.
Yes, ate. If you don't mind.
You're lying.
No, ate.
Yeah,
okay,
but-
ate. If I use my meter, give me
I'm not gonna give you 500 pesos. I'll give you a tip, but I'm not gonna give you 500
ate,
pesos.
okay.
Okay.
Next time, ate, don't take taxi there, huh?
This is the white taxi. I don't know.
Yes, but we've been there.
So now you notice that the taxi driver just says, hey, next time don't take taxi there, because we're here to get gullible people and rip them off. Because that ride, the taxi driver, he said, you're going to pay 500 pesos, but that ride is probably going to cost like 200 pesos with the meter. So he's trying to get 300 pesos more. So that's more than double the price. So yeah, he got caught on camera, and ultimately that will be picked up by the local news. So this taxi driver is going to be in deep trouble after that.
Like I said, for almost 2 hours.
But it's the regular
So,
taxi.
Yes, we're expecting good passenger there.
Yeah, we're expecting good passengers. No, what he's saying is we're expecting some stupid foreigner to basically steal his money. So that it's theft, and it's, I mean, I just can't stand these fucking assholes, you know. I've been had the first time I came to Manila, and now these drivers they're actually now they're using fake meters. So even if they put the meter you're gonna go to your destination and it's gonna cost like 10 times the price. They're using rigged meters, and no one's doing anything about it. So, you know, if you want my opinion, in the Philippines, never take a taxi. Use Grab, which is an application like Uber, and Grab is also you can use Grab in other countries like Thailand, Cambodia. Just use Grab. Don't use the taxis. They are gonna rip you off, and you know if you're a foreigner, you're gonna be a target.
Out of town, good passenger. If you want cheaper taxi, you take Grab next time.
Wala akong phone dito.
O kaya taxi upstairs. That's my tip on you. Kasi nga, matagal kami nagantay doon ate. Just to take nga yung out of town passenger at good passenger. So if you ask meter taxi, we're losing a lot ate. Sana naman next time, tulong na lang, di ba? So next time, if you want cheaper nga, tulong mo na lang sa amin, take Grab or taxi upstairs. Not downstairs. Yun ate, help mo na lang sa amin yun.
Sige, I understand.
That's the reality.
And yeah, there are many variations of this. Of course, the most common thing is that they're not gonna put on the meter and they're gonna try to charge you a flat fee. Now they're using rigged. Some of them have rigged meters now, or they're gonna they're gonna press some buttons on the meter, and the only thing that's gonna come out is the distance, and they're gonna try to charge you on the distance, and it's gonna come out to be like 10 times what it's supposed to be, you know. So like, man, I just can't stand these fucking assholes, really. And I've seen in another video, there were like tourists. They got in with their luggage, and then the taxi driver put on the meter, but then the taxi driver tried to charge them a fee for having luggages, you know. Man. So the taxi scam, and it's not just in the Philippines. It's happening in Mexico. It's happening in India. It's happening in so many other fucking countries. And so when you arrive in any city, just find a way to get transportation without getting conned by these fucking assholes. Okay.
Talo talaga kami kapag nakametro kasi sa tagal ng antay namin.
Kuya, this is why Uber is taking over because of this kind of stuff that happens in taxis.
Yes, ate.
It's not.
Hindi naman kami malaki maningil doon ate. It's parang hindi mahal sa'yo, hindi mahal sa amin.
You turn the meter on and that's the price.
Yun nga ate. Katulad ng i-explain ko sa'yo, kapag
So there are 4 ways you can get back to your hotel from the airport. Firstly, you can go outside and you can just meet any taxi driver, and these guys on the street out here are just going to extort you.
Paharganj.
Paharganj? Which hotel?
Paharganj main market.
Any hotel there?
No, main market.
First time in India?
Yeah, first time. How much is it to go there?
Just only $20.
$20 American.
Yes.
I have rupees.
Rupees you give me.
How much rupees?
How many person?
How much? It's just one person.
Just come.
How much rupees?
1,200.
I'll check here first.
My friend, listen. I will drop you main point.
Yeah.
It's the same price there. It's
Really?
my first time, morning time is, so you are first customer. Okay, you give me 1,000 plus.
No. I think it's too expensive stuff.
It's a price, sir. It's a company guy. It's a company, so it's a...
No, it's okay. Thank you.
This is a good price, sir. Where are you from?
New Zealand.
So I tell you, how many days in India?
You always tell me a good price, eh?
This is good price, sir.
Amazing price.
Yes. Just otherwise 1,800 is price for city.
Really,
City
1,800.
But I will give you reasonable price because you tell me frankly. So I give you last is 1,000 rupees. Sir.
No, it's okay. I'll check here too first. Thank you.
Listen, you go with it.
Why?
ले ले 600 रुपये ये ऑफिस का लिविंग का you give him 600 rupees.
It's okay. I'll check here.
He will give you 600 rupees.
Coming from? As a big man.
New Zealand.
French company.
Yeah, French.
ONG.
Yeah.
We have a shop in Delhi.
Ah,
Four
okay.
shops, the bigger mall.
Really? You know, New Zealand.
Huh?
New Zealand.
न्यूजीलैंड
Come.
का है.
Where are you going?
Paharganj.
Paharganj. Come.
I'll check here.
Taxi sir.
How much is Paharganj?
Paharganj which hotel you?
Just the main market, Paharganj.
Paharganj. 800 rupees.
How much?
800 rupees.
Okay. This is the prepaid taxi booth, right outside gate 2. And let's see how much Paharganj is from here. How much is Paharganj?
400.
400, okay. So you can see here that there's a police barrier, and the police barrier ends at the road. These taxi drivers are going to wait for you to leave that barrier, to move away from the police, and then they're going to come to you and they're going to start offering you these crazy prices. Now that first guy was 3 times the amount of what the prepaid taxi was.
So basically, this is happening everywhere. When you arrive in a new city, make sure you figure out a way to go from the airport to your hotel without getting ripped off, and because the scammers, they're all waiting for you. And unfortunately, now most of the taxis they'll try to make a fast one with you. So that the taxi scam is the number one in the travel scams.
Another trick happened to me a couple of weeks ago. I was sitting.
So this number 2 scam, actually, this I've been had once when I was younger, and actually at that time I used to buy gold jewelry from people legitimately. So I was a little bit greedy, and this scam, I would call it the discounted gold ring scam. It's actually quite common, and the thing is, it plays on this scam plays on people's greed. So you will see how it works.
On a bench in the city, and suddenly a nice black Mercedes pulls in, and a guy's asking me for help. So I approach the window, and he goes, "Look, I'm running out of gas, and my kid just lost my wallet and all my money. Maybe could you help me out?" And at that point I realized, hey, I know this. So I pulled out my camera and started recording, and this is what happened. You're a scam artist, I know that.
What?
Yeah, you cheat people.
What?
Yeah, you want money for this now.
No, gratis only for.
Oh, gratis? All right.
Hey, no, for information.
For information?
Yeah.
What do you need, a gas station?
Yeah.
Yeah, look for it.
Back.
Why would I give you your ring? You just gave it to me.
I'm calling police.
Yeah, call police. Sure. Call the cops, come on! Why don't you call them?
What a fucking scumbag. What happened is that the scammer, the guy in the car, he tried to sell his golden ring to the guy, claiming that he had lost his money, lost his wallet, and he needs to buy gas. Now, he probably offered to sell the ring for a price which is much lower than what the ring is worth. Now, the scam there is that this ring is a worthless ring. It's a gold-plated ring, and of course, if you are greedy, you might be tempted to buy the ring from him at a low price. But then after the fact, you'll realize that you were sold a cheap gold-plated ring that's worth nothing. So,
This trick, or scam if you want, is very popular all around Europe, also on highways and gas stations. And I even read some stories in US and California. The way it works, the guy will ask you for money and he will give you a golden ring for it. And he will also show you a business card that says that he's a car dealer from Dubai and that he's very rich, but he's in a bad situation. All this is, of course, an absolute lie. And so what
So someone comes out of the blue to you and says that he's in a bad spot and he's willing to sell his golden ring to you at a very discounted price. Don't fall for it. They are professional scam artists. They're doing this. It's an act to sell you a fake gold ring that's worth nothing. So lastly, the last scam in this episode is the fake beggars, in which there are people who are professional beggars, and they will pretend to be handicapped so as to get your sympathy and get you to give them money. And after the fact, you can see that these people were not handicapped at all. So they're really fucking liars. I guess, we can say that this scam is basically a victimless crime because they're not really stealing from you. They're asking you money, and if you decide to give them money, then you're responsible, But still, I think it's worth mentioning because when I travel around, I see so many of these professional beggars, and I'm just tired of this shit.
and they actually fake it. Like this woman that you can see every day in the city center of Prague. Miracle, hallelujah. We see this woman almost every day in Prague. Somebody actually filmed her before and after the miracle happened. So she is faking her handicap. In any way, we're not saying all of handicapped people do it, that beg for money in Prague, no, but we know this one is, and it's disgusting.
So another variation of this scam are the rich people who beg and make money begging. And then they pretend to be poor. They pretend to be helpless. They're asking for money. People give them money, and after the fact, we find out that they're wealthy. They have big homes, and they're just taking advantage of everybody. So here's a pretty sick example. It's in the United States. There are lots of people like that.
Drove away in a Mercedes. An outraged viewer contacted Team 10 after snapping pictures of that scene. Team 10 troubleshooter Kristen Severance joins us now with more. Kristen.
Yes, so this 10 News viewer said she'd wondered the story behind this woman for 2 months. Then she said she saw her get into her Mercedes and drive away. She wants you to know what happened in case you see the same woman asking for money.
Right there on the corners.
Melissa Smith said she saw this pregnant panhandler and her son at this Eastlake Plaza every weekend.
I felt bad. I mean, there's a pregnant lady with a little boy and is down on her luck. The dad comes out on the weekends and stands with them.
She held a cardboard sign.
Please help.
And plenty of people did.
Lots of people give them money.
Smith said she was getting gas when she saw the couple at the usual spot.
They were leaving and I noticed they went into a Mercedes-Benz. And I thought, wow, a Mercedes-Benz?
She shook her head, got in her car, and drove away.
Lo and behold, they were in front of us. And here they are, counting money, laughing. Their little boy's not in a car seat or a seatbelt. He's all the way in the front seats with them.
Smith watched them drive to another plaza on Bonita Road.
She sits there with the sign. He goes, parks the Mercedes, and they put up the sign, and not less than 5 minutes, here she is getting money from all these people.
So a very, very common scam, and it's happening all over the world, are those fake fucking Buddhist monks. Well, that scam, basically, it's guys that are dressed as Buddhist monks. Of course, they're not real monks. They're just dressed like them. they pretend to be monks, and they will come up to you and do some kind of bullshit gestures, like to pretend to bless you and all this. And then they're gonna try to put a bracelet on your wrist. And once they've put the bracelet, they will demand a payment or a donation. So it's they try to do it as quick as possible. But if you see because real monks aren't gonna come up to you that way. So if you see a fucking Buddhist monk anywhere in the world that's trying to come up to you and he's trying to put a bracelet on you, just tell him you just get the fuck away from me. Don't let them come near you, okay?
Here with the umbrella and a huge lightning strike. Hi. Hello.
Okay, thank you.
And they are insistent. They are very insistent, and sometimes they're even aggressive. So, but yeah, that's exactly what they're doing, and it's happening all over the world.
No, I'm okay, thank you.
Take it.
Okay.
No, I don't want one, thank you. No. Not for me.
Pardon?
Get the money.
You want money?
Money? Monk?
Money.
A monk asking for money? I don't believe you're a real monk. Oh, fake monk. Fake.
Sorry,
Uh,
monks aren't allowed to ask for money.
Well, bye, fake monk.
So yes, that was our second or third experience of a fake monk coming up to us in Hong Kong. We've done a bit of research just to make sure we're not telling you guys a fib, because that would be very, very naughty of us. But yes, they are increasingly becoming more and more monks in these sorts of tourist areas, and they dress in the gowns with shaved heads and bowls, and they walk around and give fake blessings and then hold out the bowl or give you like a little Buddha statue or bracelet like I've just fake received, and then they ask you for money. So don't fall for the scam, because no monk would ever ask for money.
Yeah, so if you see these fake monks coming up to you, and again, it's happening in every big city in the world now. You see them coming up to you, just like, tell them right away, get the fuck away from me, okay? So basically, that's just another variation of the fake monk scam. It's these friendship bracelets, basically. Now, in this example, it's happening in Italy. It's these black African migrants. They're hanging around this touristic place, and they're trying to scam tourists by like putting the bracelet on them, and really trying aggressively to put the bracelet on them. And of course, they will demand like a really expensive price after that.
No.
Don't worry. Waka. Where are you from?
Sorry.
Where are you from? No problem. Yeah.
And these vultures, usually they operate in groups, so yeah, be careful.
No, thank you.
Where are you from? Australia. Nice country. Waka. Take one.
No, thank you.
Australia.
No, thank you.
If they even try to put the bracelet on you, and just like throw it on the ground and just walk away.
I know you'll make me pay for it later. No, thank you. No, thank you.
protection long life, no problem. No problem.
No, thank you. No, thank you. Please. Thank you very much. Please.
No, good luck. Long life, Africa. Where are you from? Where are you?
So don't let these scumbags touch you. Don't let these scumbags come near you. Just tell them to get the fuck away from you. Walk away. Don't let them shake your hand. Where are you from? Don't answer that. Just go away. All right?
From?
I'm very suspicious.
Good luck, hello. Some points, Paul.
See?
Some points.
Told you.
Some points.
Just come. Just come. No, thank you. Thank you very much.
Fucking scumbags. So that's a variation of the fake monk. It's basically the same scam, but different people.